The thing that this function works is that it will just multiply 2 by 3 up to be 6. And the other one, 4 by 5, that is 20. And then they sum these two values together. So that's why you get 26. Okay. So this one you get 26. Okay, as the sum product. You get the same amount as the same as you calculate manually. For this sum product function, one good thing for sum product is that price per unit and quantity can be in different places. Price per unit and quantity can be in different places, like this one. For example, if you have the data span like this, in this one, suppose I have two different tables, specify the values in different way. The first table tells us for the price per unit of our product. The second table shows us about the quantity of each product that we have in the stock. Okay, suppose we have table 1 and we have table 2. Suppose we say that actually when we have the information like this, we want to find out the the amount of money that we have or the revenue of the company if we have the price per unit and quantity of product like this. Firstly, make sure that the numbers of products must be matched and the order of the product must be matched. For example, in here, the first one, in table 1, you have orange and bananas. Okay, 2 products, and it starts from orange first and then go to banana. Table 2 must be the same. Orange must come first before the banana. Which one is wrong if you have a thing like this? This one, you can see that for the first table, oranges come before bananas, but second table, bananas come before orange. This one you can't use some product. You have to use you have to sort them first. In here, if I sort, I may have to sort bananas on the first table to come first to come before oranges. Okay, if you have like both of them in the same order already, then you can use some product. So when you use some product, as I told you earlier, you don't need to have the stick column like this. The first array of data can be in one place, while second array of data can be in another place. So the sum product will be like this. Okay, the sum product that you have to do here. The array number 1 is the price per unit. If you want, it is here. Okay. While array number 2 is my quantity. It's here. So what will happen? The thing that will happen for this one is that it will be 4 times 5, that is 20. 2 times 3, that is 6, and then they sum up to be 26. Okay, then you still get 26 as the same as the first example. Okay, right. So right now, when we get like the sum product for this easy example already, I want you to find out another sum product. Find out in this one, the things I want you to do is that please try to find out, okay, the total amount that all customers purchase, okay, from our original data, the first one, okay, in here. Okay, just to find out like the total amount paid, okay. So I want you to use the sum product function to handle with price per unit and quantity here. And then when you do it, this one is easy, then it gives you 2 minutes. Let's compare with this one, whether you get the same amount or not, 19,852. If you get it, that means you just like do it correctly already. So just do it, have 2 minutes, please. Okay,นะครับ one more minute. All right. For this one, it's very easy. The things that you have to do is that you just like go to some product, and then you know that it's from the multiplication of the price per unit and the quantity. Then the price per unit will be array number 1. Then I just like list all of them. Array 2 is the quantity. So, and when I have to do, make sure if it is filter, if right now the data is filter, just like cancel the filter first, because otherwise it might not cover every cell that you want to do before you start doing it. So what will happen when you do lots of things like this? The things that will happen with some product is that you can see that when the array is identified, there will be the set of numbers in here. 190, 499, 400, and so on. Okay, according to the range of the array that you set up. Same as array 2, these are like quantity 22132, 22132, and so on. So the way that some product will do is that it will multiply 190 with 2, that is 380. The next one is 499 with 2. And then they sum the rest of them until it gets the last position. So this one you receive 19,852 as the answer. So they are the same numbers. They are the same numbers in between these two values. Okay, right. Okay, this is sum product. That is the extension function from the sum function that we learned before. Okay. So up to this point, do you have any questions about the sum if s, and sum product functions?
อาจารย์ครับ
ครับ
What was the last array that you inputted in the formula?
This example, right?
Yes, the latest example.
The second array is here, is the quantity.
And what was array number 3?
No, there is no array number 3.
There is no array. Okay.
But we just multiply price per unit with quantity only. But นะครับ when in what situation that we have array 3. For example, if in this data we have percentage of what to say profit, let's say. For example, if you say that okay, array if you have like, let's say you have another column that is profit in percent. That's 15%, 20%, 5%. Okay, if this one is just random, okay. Okay, if these are the profit. Sorry. Random only. Okay, you can just like make up any numbers. Okay. So the things that I do, if I have some product, another sum product here, and I say that my sum product consists of 3 arrays. First array is price per unit. Second array is quantity. And the third array is profit. So what does it mean? This one means that I multiply price per unit times quantity times profit percent. The meaning might be that this one is in profit amount. Depends on the formula that you have. This example, if I just like have 3 array in this case, it will be the profit amount instead. But in this case, I don't want to know any profit. I say that I just want to find out the amount paid that our customer purchased from us. Just that. So that's why I have just 2 array only. That is from price per unit times quantity only. It's just 2 array only. I received some message from some of you that you might not be able to be in the class for the whole class. That is not okay, นะครับ And also some of your classmates or your friends who cannot be here today too. I'll just like convert and upload these videos into our e-learning, นะครับ So right now, last night I finished uploading all of our lectures already. It's in e-learning, นะครับ And also for the what to say exercises from exercise number 4 to number 9, I post the answer for you already, นะครับ And then I just like post the rest of the exercises for midterm, okay, for you, นะครับ That is, I think it should be exercise number 10 to 16. Okay, it's posted already. And on Tuesday, นะครับ I will post the answer for you so that you have time to practice about it. Okay. So when we got like this, when we got these functions already, okay. So you get like the idea how do we gonna use the sum product in the problems that we would like to find some multiplication values already. So the next function that we are going to learn, the next function that we are going to learn. That is the group of, I can't call it as the function straight away. It's a feature in Microsoft Excel. Actually, we learned for this kind of concept from Microsoft Excel, just 2 of them, 3 of them already. This one is what we call data visualization. So So actually, we start talking about data visualization when we talk about graphs before a long time ago. Next, we talk about slicer. We talk about slicer in the pivot table. I'm sorry, in the pivot chart and table. On last class. Today, I'm going to talk about the data visualization more. And slicer, apart from that one, I talk about the applying of the data visualization as well that we use in the dashboard. Whenever we have the slicer together with the chart or tables, it can just like show the data that is moving once you just like choose different values. So this one, the data visualization tools, actually it's useful whenever you are in the meeting room, because in the meeting room, just have a look. If you see the data like this, and you want to see that which transaction give you the maximum amount, you can see that it wastes a lot of time. It wastes a lot of time. Except, he said, oh, no problem. I just sort it by column H, because column H tells us about the amount paid, and I sorted largest to smallest, and I found that this transaction, Smith, when he purchased toys from Andrew, the amount that he paid was $2,750, but you can see that it spent almost 1 minute. And if you say that there are like, let's say 20 people in the meeting room, some of the people cannot just like do or use Excel as quick as you can do. Then you should just like have some tools to help them, because I mean, in the meeting room, they may use iPad, okay? And then you just like have one computer to show on the projector in front of the meeting room. But for anyone who use iPad, you should have any tools that they can use just one tap in order to just like to have one tap in order to just like see the data that you want or sort the data that you want, or not even just have a tap on the screen. They just have a glance. They see immediately that what value is the maximum one, what is the next, what is the runner-up, and what is the smallest values, something like that. How can we do that one? Okay, in this one, I'll just introduce you for data visualization tool, okay, that we call icon sets and data bars. Okay, icon sets and data bars. So everyone just like insert in a worksheet and call this worksheet as data visualization. Okay, I save my workbook first. Okay, right. So we are going to learn about icon sets and data bars. So starting from data visualization first, okay. I'll talk about icon sets. Okay. Assume that we have the numbers like this. Okay, I just typed the number for you, just in case that you want to copy. Okay, this is the numbers that we have. For the icon sets here, what does it mean? You can see that this number, if you want to know that which number is the maximum one, which number is the small one, something like that, one way that we may do is that we sort it. Okay. But another way that is more efficient, that is what we call icon set to be used. What is the icon set and what is icon set used for? Icon sets are the group of symbols or icons that we use to group or we use to segment the numbers into different groups. For example, if you want to classify these numbers into 3 groups, you just choose icon set that consists of 3 different values. But if you say that you want to separate these numbers into 5 different groups, just use the icon set that consists of like 5 different symbols. You may think that, hey, icon set here, will it be useful for me in the reality? Yes, I can tell you that it is like very useful. For example, okay, let me just give you an example in here. Everyone, if you just like have a look on my screen, okay, I will go to one website that I think many of you have been there before. Okay, that is Billboard chart. I go to billboard.com to see Billboard chart. So this Billboard chart tells us about the rank of the music, right? Okay, you can see that they use symbols to help us to explain. Okay, you can see that this one. Okay, let me just zoom in. Underneath the rank, they have symbols here. They are what we call icon sets. In this example, billboards use like the icon set of 3 different symbols. The first one is the up arrow in green color. Second one, they have the right arrow in black. Sorry, the right arrow in black. And the third symbol is red. That is down arrow. This is the main icon set that billboard use. You can see that. Okay, and another one, sorry, it has new. Okay, the new. Okay, 4 different symbols altogether. Right. So when everyone read on this billboard, okay, rank number is the current number of this week. Okay, but the icons that they represent, they mean the ranking of this music track from the previous week. For example, when you see green up, you know that it is increasing from the previous week. Okay, while the right dark or gray color or black color arrow here means that it's stable. For example, this track, this week it gets to in rank number 2, and in last week it was in rank number 2 as well. See, rank number 2 as well. And the next one, if we see the last one, for example, ranking number 5, you can see that in ranking number 5 here, it's red down. It is in last week, it got like rank number 4, but in this week, it's just like decreasing for 1 position, right? So this one, you can see that by just using these icons, you can see this kind of example easily. So as well as in our icon set in Excel as well, it will just like use or have the idea in order to just like see the data visually. That's why we call it as data visualization tool. So how do we gonna make these data to be displayed in different values or in different icons? So as I told you, firstly, you have to tell yourself first that how many groups would you like to separate these numbers into? For example, in here, if I want them to be separated or classified into 5 different groups, okay, you may be able to let Excel to do it for you automatically. How do we gonna have the icon sets to separate these values? Firstly, you have to highlight all of the values first that you want to just like classify them into different colors or different icons. Next, you go to Home tab, choose conditional formatting. Choose conditional formatting in here. Once you choose it, you can see that there are data bars, color scales, and icon sets. We have to choose icon sets. In the icon sets here, you have to choose for it. I told you earlier that in this example, I want to have 5 groups. Then I have to choose the group with the 5 different icons. You can see that in here, if the icon set here, I choose this. Okay, it is the bars, like the signal string. This one they call it as 5 rating. I use this one. Okay, so once you click on 5 rating, it shows us immediately for the different icons in here by separating these numbers into 5 different groups. If you want to know that how icon sets show us 5 different values or 5 different icons like this for these numbers, how can the icon set be managed, being used to manage these numbers? They do like this. The first one, okay, you have to find value min and max of this set of data first. Okay, let me just try, let me just like find min and max value first. Okay, for min, actually we learned for min max average already, right? It's just equals to min followed by the values in here, and then max, that is here, 295. Okay, so that means once you find all possible range in here, 295, they have altogether 93 different values in between. Okay, this one you have from 2 to 95, right? After that, they have to divide this range into 5 possible range, okay, equally. I didn't just like draw equally, but actually, literally it must be equally, okay, 5 values. Any values that is fall into each group or into each range will be shown in different ones, okay. So for example, in here, okay, this is group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it depends on like what icons that is displayed on each group. So how can it find the difference for these 5 groups altogether? They have to find that from 2 to 95 or 93 different numbers. If you divided 93 by 5, what is the value? 93 by 5. It is 18.6. So in here, that means 2 plus 18.6, that means 20.6. Okay. 20.6 plus 18.6, you get 39.2. 39.2 plus another 18.6 is 57.8. And 57.8 plus 18.6 is okay, then 95. So this is the way that they do. Okay, if you have like 5 groups, you divided the range by 5, and then you just like put them into the number line like this. If you want to do it manually, otherwise, if you just like choose the conditional formatting, it just like do it for you by itself. This is the first way that we use icon sets to do. Now, if you say that I want to adjust some group a little bit, for example, I want group 1 to be from number 2 to number 38. Okay, not 20.6 anymore. This is group 1. And group 2 from 38 to 39.2, something like that. How can you manually adjust the range of each group? So this one, we call it as to manage the rules, to manage the rules in icon set. The way to do is that you have to highlight the icon set that you created automatically before. After that, we go to home, conditional formatting as the same. Then you will see manage rules. You click on manage rules. Manage rules here means you want to manage the rules from like the highlighted icon values that you set up. So you can see that in here it shows the bar and set icon set here with like 5 different ratings. You just click on icon set here, right? And after that, if you don't want this icon set anymore, you may choose delete rule. But this one, we want to choose edit rule because we want to adjust some rules inside and see how the rules are customized. Click edit rules, and then you see the values and the settings inside. In the setting here, okay, the current rule type is format all cells based on their values. Yeah, okay, so most of the time we use this one. Okay, otherwise, you may format only the cells that contain a specific value that you have, or format only top or bottom rank values or min and max, or format only values that are above or below range. You can set up the range, and then any values that is not in the specific area will not be just like shown for the icon set. Or you can format only unique or duplicate values that you have in this highlighted cell, or you can use a formula to determine which cell to format. When we have like this, it shows like all possible icons that we use in this set, from 4 bar full to be 4 bar with gray color. So in here, they separate the values into 5 groups altogether, right? The first 4 groups, okay, in here, the maximum one is 88 greater than or equal to 80%, or this one. After that, greater than or equal to 60%, this one, second group. Next, third group is greater than or equal to 40, 20, and the last one. So this one, when the values are percentage, we can just like specify them like this. Or if we say that no, I want them to be displayed or to be adjusted in terms of values in numbers, not percent, you can just like change the percent to be number. Then you just like specify here in what number to what number you would like to display. For example, if you say that from 95 and above, okay, and then you have to change other things accordingly. Second one, we say that, okay, it's 76.4. Third group, 57.8. Second group is from 38. So we do like this. If we would like to specify the values by ourselves, we just put the values like this, and then you click OK. Now, nothing is changed yet until you click Apply. So because I just like don't change the values much, so that's why it's still showing you with the same color. When we have this one already, okay, apart from this thing, okay, if we know how to edit the rules and change the number already, what else do we have to know in this edit rule? The next one is that you may reverse the display as well. For example, anyone or any value that is shown with all gray, you want to show them in all blue instead, while anything that shows in all blue will be shown in all gray instead. So this one we call it as reverse icon order. You just click here. Just notice 95 is gray, is blue now, and 14 is gray. Now I will switch 14 to be blue and 95 to be gray. I choose reverse icon order. I choose reverse icon order, and then click OK. After that, I click Apply. You can see that right now, the value 14 show in all blue color, and 95 is shown in gray color already. So it's switched. It's reversed for their order for these rules. Apart from that one, what else that we may be able to do? We may be able to use just the icon to be displayed. For example, if you say that actually this table tells us about like the product name and the quantity we have left in the stock นะครับ in the meeting room if you don't want to show the numbers because they show like too many numbers in here you want to show just the bar or the icon that's okay too you just choose show icon only นะครับ and then you can see that once you click on show icon only it's not show just only the icon yet it's still showing both numbers and icons then you have to click OK and then apply then it will show just the icon only นะครับ and when you want the value to be displayed again just go back to this rule edit it and then choose uncheck for the show icon only click OK and then apply then it will show the numbers again apart from this one นะครับ instead of using the default icons for example it's a gray bar you can just change for example you say that okay you show in red color in the X while the blue bars you show in green okay tick sign something like that it's okay too so you can see that anything that is shown in all gray and all blue will be changed to be all red X red cross and green tick something like that instead it's up to you นะครับ so this one is the way that we use data visualization okay right so up to this point do we have any questions for this example just a little bit more นะครับ just a little bit more when you copy this value to somewhere else นะครับ you copy and you paste you can see that all the icon sets will also come with your data in here นะครับ so there are a couple of ways to eliminate this icon if you don't want it anymore นะครับ the first one once you copy the original from the original data before you paste you have to choose paste values paste value so it will be just the values that come to the new place for you wow the next one if you paste already and it's here the new location comes with the values and the icon set you may have to go to home tab conditional formatting and then choose clear rules then you don't forget that you have to highlight the cells that you don't want the rules or don't want the icon set anymore first after that you choose clear rule and clear rule from selected cells then it just like remove the icon set from the copied version but if you don't choose but you choose conditional formatting and then clear rule from entire sheet you can see that the one that you really want to use icon set is gone too so don't do like that just highlight and choose to clear out the rules just for the specified cell or selected cell only so this is the way in order to just like copy the data properly in order to eliminate the icon sets from like the data that you copy from this is icon right okay so if you don't have any questions I'll talk about the another data visualization tool that is what we call data bars it's the same thing as we did with the icon set same concept but just the displaying values is a bit different so suppose I have the expense of the students like this this is the expenditure of each of a student นะครับ I guess it's in your chat box already okay so let me explain that okay how the expense of the student work in terms of the data bar and what is data bar in this case data bar is similar to the icon set because it uses the icons to visualize the numbers but the difference from the from the icon set and data bar is that data bar tell us the amount of value inside the cell straight away. It use what to say bar chart in order to be represented for that number. So let me just like show you first how data bar works. Okay, how data bar works. From this set of data, I highlight the amount of money first because data visualization normally it works with the numbers. It doesn't work with the text. So when I highlight them already, I go to the same place as the data visualization tools, icon set. I go to home, conditional formatting, and then you see data bars is here. Data bars, we have like two different displays. The first one is the gradient field that is shaded, or solid field that is the solid color. So suppose I use solid color in here, okay. And I choose this. Okay. So you can see that the data bar here, okay, it does the same thing. The concept is that find the min and max values. For min, in this case, is 10. Okay, min is 10, max is 200. For min, it shows just like the smallest bar. Okay, by using the width of the column, okay, to show the size of the bar in here. So 10, it means that okay, it's 10 portion. Okay, 10 portion of 200 portion in this bar. So that means if we say that okay, 200 is the maximum value, assume that for 100% of this bar width, of this column width, okay, it represents 2 points, let's say. So in this one, for 10, it shows 5 points of the width of this column. Okay. Wow, 200, that is the maximum value. It shows the 100% of the width of this column fully painted with the purple color like this. So, and for other values, it will be just like, for example, car payment $100 here, it will be shown 50% of the column width, or 100 points of the bar, because the full bar is 200 points, something like that. What is this one good for? This kind of data bars, data visualization tools in here is very, very good in the meeting room, because once you have a look, you know immediately that which category of the product is the highest amount. You can say that, oh, it's a house rent. Okay. And if you have a glance, you see immediately that which one is the cheapest cost, that is pet care. Okay, so this is data visualization tool that can you just like visually see and summarize the data as quick as you can. For the data bars, you can also manage the same way as you did with the with the icon sets, because we call them as the rules as well. So firstly, you highlight the cells that you want to manage the rule of data visualization. You go to Home tab, conditional formatting, and right now you choose Manage Rule. Then you can see that right now for the highlighted cells, you have data bar here. Click, and then you choose Edit Rules. Now it tells us that, okay, now we are using data bars, okay, to show the values like this. Type, minimum, and maximum, they are automatic, okay. You can also show in terms of numbers, percent, formula, percentile, and automatic, similar to the icon sets, same as maximum too. And the appearance, we want solid fields in the purple color. You can change it in here if the default color is not what you want. And whether you would like to have the whether you would like to have the border or not. If you want to have the border, okay, you just specify what border color would you like to have. Okay, in this case, suppose I want border. Okay, I choose this and then apply. You can see that right now it will be purple with yellow border data bars that we have. Apart from that one, what else can we do with the data bar here? You can just show the bar without the numbers as well. For example, sometimes if we say that, okay, this is the amount of salary that each person receives. And you say that, okay, normally we have to keep the salary as a confidential. We don't want to show the amount here. Somebody say that, hey, can we do like this? Somebody does like this. They highlight all the cells and change the color of the text to be white. You can see that it's almost good, but the problem is that for house rent, you can't avoid. You can still see the numbers anyway. So that's why just changing the color like this doesn't work in the data bar. How can you just like make the data bar to show just the bar? You can just like go to manage rules, and then you just like edit it. Just tick show bar only. So it will just like hide all the numbers in here. So once you apply, you see just the bar. And from this one, it's not disturb you. You can see immediately that, okay, house rent is a maximum, while pet care is a minimum amount. This is the data bar. Right. Okay. So right now, okay, we finished talking about data bar already, and you can see that it can be used, okay, together with the icon set in the meeting room, especially in the meeting room. It will be very, very useful indeed. Because in the meeting room, okay, if you have too much or too many numbers, okay, in your slide, it will be just like very difficult, and then it just like take so much time in order to process by everybody in the meeting room. So that's why having the data bar or data visualization tools should be the best way. Okay. Okay then. For data visualization tools for icon sets and data bar, do you have any questions to ask me? Right. So if you don't have any questions, let me just like add another topic for you today. So after we finish talking about data visualization tools already, the next thing that we may have to that is useful for us is another feature in Microsoft Excel. This feature is also useful when you have to just like use to forecast lots of things in terms of business. It will be very, very useful. The tools in Microsoft Excel here, we call it as forecasting worksheet. We call it as forecasting worksheet. What is forecasting worksheet? Forecasting worksheet is the way that we generate the chart for us, okay, in order to forecast for some specific values, for specific values. So in this one, okay, please insert the new worksheet, name it as the forecasting sheet. The forecasting sheet here, the forecasting sheet here. Okay, let me just find the data for you first. If we have the data like this, okay, we have the annual sales of the company. Let me just like give you in the chat box. Give you in the chat box. Okay, assume that we have the annual sales in each year like this, as the sales of the ABC company. Assume that our company started from year 2000. We record all of the annual sales. until last year, 2019. And these are just like annual sales of each year, specified in a table like this. The next thing that I would like to do is that I want to know for this year, 2020, what should be the expected annual sales we should get? What should we do? Actually, you may use like statistics in order to help calculating these annual sales and do the forecasting. But in Excel, it has a ready-made tools or feature in order to help us to provide the forecasting for other years, okay, after 2019. So what should we do? Actually, if you don't have any ideas about like forecasting sheets, some of you may do like this. You highlight all of them, and then you may just like insert the chart, the basic chart, like the line chart. And then we just choose here. After that, you just plot it by yourself for other years to see like the plotted lines, and then you plot it by yourself, sorry. But in here, Excel has just like the tool for us in order to create the forecasting sheet or forecasting chart for us. The things that we have to do is similar to the way that we do with the creating a chart. You have to highlight all the values that you have first. In this case, I will highlight year, annual sale, okay, as a heading, and also the data from year 2000 to year 2019. Okay, where is it? Where is the forecasting worksheet? You just go to data tab, and then you see forecast sheet is in here. Forecast sheet is in here. So you just click forecast sheet. Okay, you can see that this forecast sheet, once you just like click on forecast sheet, it shows a chart that looks similar to the chart that we created before as a line chart. In here, except a couple of things. The right hand side, it shows you some lines in here. This is forecasting line. Okay, this is forecasting line. So let me explain to you how does this forecasting sheet work. Let's see the legend of this chart first. For the blue color line, it is annual sales. Annual sales means the real value that you just like specify in this column. It is annual sales. And then after that, we said that, okay, for x-axis is the year, while y-axis is the annual sales. After that, we have like 3 different lines. Okay, the thick orange color is a forecast annual sales. Okay, this is this line. This line. This is the forecast annual sales. And then we have lower confidence bound this year. Lower confidence bound. And then the upper one is upper confidence bound. From the values that we provide as the annual sales, Excel will use a statistical calculation to find the upper bound and lower bound first, and then it finds the forecast annual sales for us. This one is not finished yet now because it's just a chart only. It will also generate the worksheet for us as well. So before we go to the worksheet, the next one, we see forecast end. Forecast end means that, okay, when would you like the forecast to be finished? So you can see that in this one. You can see that the forecasting value start from this point to this point. That means it starts from after 2019 up to 2014. But you may add the forecast end to be more. Okay, you can see that this one is longer. But you can see that if you use the more you forecast, the more error it may cause นะครับ because the actual data you have just like from year 2000 to 2019. So the most suitable values that you can use, that you may use forecasting sheet to forecast for you is around like 3 or 4 points of data only. So that means in this one, when the forecasting starts from 2020, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data points that forecasting sheet will forecast for you. That should be enough. Shouldn't be over 2014 because the forecasting value might not be correct anymore นะครับ After that, you see the options. Options in here say that, okay, when will the forecast start? If you don't set anything, it starts from 2019. But if you want to check whether the calculation or the forecasting is quite accurate or not, you may just like move back the forecast start to be before 2019. For example, if I move back the forecast to start from 2017, you can see that in here. The forecasting value, okay, at the very first year in 2017 is just lower than actual one of this, something like that. But it's still in between the upper bound and lower bound anyway นะครับ So in this one, so it's up to you. If you say that, okay, the confidence interval is 95%, this is the way that we use in order to squeeze นะครับ or to expand the size of the confidence interval or upper bound and lower bound นะครับ In here, I set it as 95%. And does it have any seasonality or not? That means this data, it has a seasonal in itself or not. For example, if we say that we sell some products have its season. For example, if we are talking about ice cream may sell better in summertime than wintertime. So this one, if you say that this is a fact, so that means this product, the ice cream product is the seasonal product, or umbrella. You can see that people buy umbrella more. I mean, if we are talking about in Thailand, people buy umbrella more in rainy season because we have a specific rainy season from around like May to October, something like that. So during these months, we can sell the umbrella very well. But other months, people may buy it, but not as much as what people bought in rainy season นะครับ So you have to just like choose that this value has seasonality. So you may just choose detect seasonality automatically, or if you know a specific thing. For example, if this is monthly revenue, you may say that, okay, this seasonality comes every 3 or 4 months. Then you just set manually that every 4 points of the values is a seasonal, something like that. So the forecasting sheet will just like treat the seasonality as a factor in forecasting the value for us นะครับ and fill missing points, this one we use just interpolation as a standard one นะครับ that means it will compensate the values if you didn't provide some value. For example, if in year 2004 you don't have the data and you skip that value, from 2003 you skip to 2005, then 2004 is the missing values or missing points. Then they use interpolation to just like estimate the value and fill up for you นะครับ When we finish this, we click create. This one is another sheet. It is the forecasting sheet that forecasting create for us นะครับ consists of 2 parts. The first part is the graph that we saw it in the preview before นะครับ While the worksheet here consists of the table. This table consists of like many columns. The first 2 columns are our original data that we just like use to plot the chart here. And after that, it creates 3 more columns. One is forecasting. Forecasting that is the thick orange color color line here. And then it shows lower confidence bound and upper confidence bound in numbers. Just in case that apart from using or seeing this chart, you may want to use the numbers for like further calculation. You may be able to use it. So this one is the forecasting sheet. that we may be able to use them to forecasting some values for us. And you can see that for the values in here, from row 22 to 26, Excel generates for us automatically because these are forecasting values from year 2020 to 2024. There is no annual sales because this one is not really does not exist in the data set. It's just like for the forecasting values only. So that means for the year 2020, it estimates that, or it forecasts that we will have a bit lower annual sales value from $920,000. We will have down to $875,980 for the revenue in this year. The trend is a bit decreasing. Just a bit, right? Okay, this is the forecasting sheet. This is the forecasting sheet that may be useful for us. But if you ask me that in the reality, what about like the stock exchange or the stock market? Can we use the forecasting sheet like this? I don't think so. The reason is because there are like so many factors that you have to consider as well. Not just like this one, you can see that we have just the annual sales only. That's not enough. You need to have a financial model and some risk model in order to put into the into your model as well to see the forecasting of the values of the stock, of the stock price that you may have. Also, this one, what is good for? It might be good for something like supply or demand of the product. That should be okay if there is like no like external factors much. If the factors are quite stable, you may be able to use this forecasting worksheet. Okay. Okay. For Anthony, what version of Excel are you using now?
I have Excel for Mac.
I
have Excel from MacBook.
Excel for MacBook. Let me just like check on my Mac first. Okay, what version of Excel on Mac do you use?
I believe it's 2019.
Let me just check on. It seems like I don't have it either.
Could you also insert it like a function?
It doesn't have the function. It
doesn't have the.
So that's why you must have as a feature. For you, now I recommend you for anyone who don't have the forecasting function in your computer, you may use Microsoft Office 360, Microsoft Office 365 that is provided for every student. It's the cloud-based program. You have to just like log in. You just go to my.muic.io and log in. When you log in, it will be just like a tab that show you for the programs that you may be able to use. Okay, let me just like show you a bit. In this screen, in this screen. Here, Microsoft Office 365, and then you just use Microsoft Excel in this one. Okay, I believe that they should have the forecasting. Just use this kind of thing instead. If you are asked to find out the, forecasting sheet, you just use this one.
So you have to
in your computer before the exam.
Jean-Claude?
Yes.
So you have to log in to 365 and use it on the online platform?
Yeah, my.muic.io. I just copied it for you in the chat box.
Okay.
Just like try to just like check whether you are able to just like install Excel directly from this website or not. I believe that you should be able to access. this one, even it's on Mac, you can also have it. Okay, right. Okay, then any other questions you have? So if you don't have any questions, I think I will just like stop my makeup class at this pointนะครับ. So everyone, can you please turn on your camera ครับ This is checking นะครับ but I just have to record that I'm here to teach you really. ธนาพร can you please turn on your camera ครับ Okay. I think she is not here now. Namarata, I will post this today's lecture too ครับ Let me just render it for like 4-5 hours นะครับ so I'll post it by tomorrow. But for other lectures, it's posted on learning already. If there is any lectures video that has that cannot be accessed, please let me know through Line Messenger นะครับ that what's going on and then I fix the problem for you. Okay. Okay, then up to this point, do you have any questions? Okay, if you don't have any question, everyone, on yesterday I saw the situation in the city just like dangerous for the kids. Okay, I know that is the way to express the right, but you have to be careful as well if you have to join, if you want to join at that event นะครับ so you have to be careful นะ because I'm just like worried about all of my students นะครับ I don't want you to be just like injured or to be just like arrested by like people that I mean out there นะครับ Okay then ครับ everyone นะครับ and then you have a nice weekend. We see each other again on Monday นะครับ everyone. I'll try to post this video as soon as I can นะครับ Care and stay safe everyone. Bye bye now ครับ Bye bye. Have a good weekend สวัสดีครับ